When I first thought about retirement, I imagined peace, a small house by the lake, a warm cup of tea in the mornings, long quiet walks where I could finally hear my own thoughts. I imagined that somehow stepping away from work would mean stepping into happiness. But what no one told me, and what I wish someone had, is that retirement isn't always gentle. It doesn't come with a manual. There's no welcome kit, no community guide that helps you understand how your world will quietly shift beneath your feet. In the first few months, I felt free. The alarm clock stopped ringing at 6 a.m. The rush hour vanished from my life. I could choose what to wear or whether to even get dressed at all. I read more, cooked more, smiled more. But slowly, something else crept in. Silence. A deeper kind of silence. Not the peaceful kind. The kind that echoes. You see, what they never told me is that after the retirement party is over and after the novelty of rest wears off, you're left to face yourself. All of you. The regrets. The dreams that never made it. The parts of your body that don't work quite the same way. The people who slowly stop calling. The relationships that feel unfamiliar now, even the ones you live with under the same roof. A woman named Marianne, 67, wrote to us recently. She and her husband had been married for 41 years, raised 3 children together, built a life filled with rituals, Sunday pancakes, summer road trips, cozy winters with soup on the stove. But after retirement, she said, something changed. We're together all the time now, she wrote, but somehow it feels like we're further apart. We sit on the same couch, but the silence between us feels bigger than the room. She asked me if that was normal. And my answer to her, and to anyone listening now who might feel the same, is yes. It is more common than we speak about. Because no one tells you that retirement, for all its promises of rest, also asks you to relearn yourself, and often to relearn the person you love. The truth is, intimacy, emotional, physical, and spiritual changes after 50. And that's not something to be ashamed of. For many women, menopause isn't just a change in the body. It's a shift in identity. The hormones that once carried youth and fertility gently fade, and with them can come night sweats, dry skin, foggy memory, and a feeling that somehow you've stepped into a new body you don't fully recognize. And for many men, there's erectile dysfunction, a loss of stamina, a drop in desire that no one prepared them for. It's not about ability or strength, it's about vulnerability, about learning how to feel close without needing to perform. And that can be frightening. Not because we stop loving, but because we don't know how to express that love in this new chapter. But here's the beauty, and there is so much beauty in this season of life. What we lose in youthful energy, we gain in wisdom, in gentleness, in the kind of intimacy that doesn't rush, doesn't push, doesn't demand. A kind of touch that says, I know you, I see you, I still wanted to hold you even now, especially now. I remember meeting Gerald and Eileen, both in their 70s, married for over 5 decades. They came to a community talk I gave in British Columbia. Gerald told me something that has stayed with me ever since. He said, for most of my life, I thought loving Eileen meant providing, putting food on the table, fixing the roof, being strong. But after I retired, I realized she didn't need a handyman anymore. She needed my attention. He paused then, eyes misty, and added, so I started learning to talk again, to really talk. And I realized I'd been missing the sound of her laughter for years. Sometimes connection just means showing up again. Not with answers, just with presence. It's okay if the spark feels different now. Sparks change. Fire becomes embers. But embers are what keep you warm at night. You can rebuild intimacy at any age. And no, it doesn't always have to look like it did in your 30s. It might mean holding hands again, sleeping in the same bed, not out of habit, but out of comfort. It might mean taking a walk without phones, looking each other in the eye, saying what you're scared to say, even if it's just, I miss you. And if you're single, if your partner is no longer here, or if life's turns brought you to solitude, that doesn't mean your story is over. It's never too late for connection. Not just romantic, but emotional. Deep friendships, volunteering, taking a class, saying yes to something new, not to impress anyone, but to come alive again. There's no shame in asking for help from a therapist, a counselor, a group, a trusted voice. Your mental and emotional health matter just as much now, perhaps more, because they're the roots of your peace. Society tends to paint age as decline, as something to hide. But here, on this channel, we don't believe that. We believe aging is not a closing door, it's a changing view. You are not less worthy because your skin has lines. You are not less beautiful because your body has softened. You are not less lovable because your libido has slowed. You are a human being still full of stories, of tenderness, of light. If you ever looked in the mirror and felt invisible, please know someone out there is waiting to know the real you. Not the perfect you, not the younger you, just you. Let go of the shame or comparison. The voices that told you intimacy was only for the young, they were wrong. You are worthy of touch, of love, of laughter, of soul-deep connection. So start small, reach out, talk again, listen again, hold someone again, even if that someone is yourself, especially then. Because at this age, you've earned peace, you've earned honesty, you've earned love, the kind that doesn't ask you to be anything other than your truest self. And if no one has told you that recently, let me be the one who does. You are not too old. You are not forgotten. You are still becoming. And you are beautiful. If this message touched something in your heart, I invite you gently to join us here at the Age of Beauty. Subscribe. Share this with someone you care about and know that you are part of a quiet revolution. One that honors aging, uplifts dignity, and believes in love at every age. We'll meet again soon with more stories, more softness, and more truth. Until then, be kind to yourself. You're doing better than you think.